Witness A, we were dealing with paragraph 33.1 of your statement. If you can just tell us what it is that you want to tell the commissioners about the link on the 12th of April 2024 between Mr. Tau and Mr. Molefe.
Yes, Commissioners. This will be a call record that was that shows that on the 12th of April 2024, that is 5 days before the murder, Michael Puletau received a call from Mr. Katiso Molefe on 11:38, and then the duration of the call was 119 seconds. And then Michael Puletau makes a call to Molefe at 11:43, which was a duration of 14 seconds. And then Michael Puletau arrives at Molefe's house in 12:16 minutes.
Okay, we're just flighting the second one, which is at 12:16 minutes, as you say. And what is it that we see there where you say it's at 12:16 minutes?
We're seeing the vehicle, which is the Mercedes-Benz Viano, that was later linked to Tau during arrest, arriving at the house of Katiso Molefe.
Okay.
On the 12th of April 2024, 12:16 minutes.
And then if we go to the next one, it's 33.2. You speak about the 13th of April 2024.
Yes, on this one, the 13th of April 2024, Tau then received a message from Molefe with the name and cell phone number of the person who was identified as an employee for the company called QTech in Vereeniging.
When you say...
sorry, Witness A. When you say that, or when you say with the name and cell phone number of someone, what do you mean? Do you mean this message mentioned this cell phone number and person?
I mean, this message was giving the name and the cell phone number of this person who is identified as an employee at QTech. But now the details of such are not going to be disclosed to the Commission.
Commissioners will see that on page 44 of your bundle, which will have the details under text, would have the actual text, but it's redacted for the public. It's redacted for the public, but on page 44 where it says text, 12:59 in the WhatsApp chats, it will have a column that says text, and that will be the text that was actually in the WhatsApp. And what the witness is saying is that the name and cell phone number that's reflected in the block next to text was the text that was actually received from Mr. Tau. Sorry, from Mr. Molefe to Mr. Tau.
Can you have the witness confirm that?
Yes. That is what the witness had said. I'm just confirming that you can actually see it on your screen, whereas the public cannot. Then if we can then go to the next one, it's at 33.3.2, 2.2 on page 10.
Yes, Commissioner.
You
Then
can,
on this one, it is seen that Tau tried to get more information about this person that was given to him by Katiso from a person called Lerato.
do you know who Lerato is?
Yes, Lerato was identified and was interviewed, and the statement was obtained from her to confirm what I've just said at paragraph 33.2.2, that she was indeed requested by Tau to identify the person who works for QTech.
Okay, and then at 33.2.3,
In that one, Tau sends a message to Molefe asking, Abuti, please send me that company's name again. So I will assume that at this particular time he just needed confirmation from Katiso Molefe to send him the information of the company or the name of the company again, which is QTech.
and then at 33.2.4, you deal with the response to that email. Can you deal with that?
The response was that Molefe then did indeed send the name of the company, which is QTech.
And can you just on the screen for the record read the date and time of that message?
It is 13 April 2024, 14:39.
Thank you. And then at 33.2.5,
At 33.5, Tau makes a call to Molefe and also received a call from Molefe at 16:34.
we're on
Tau
30.
was highly spotted.
Sorry, witness A, we're at 33.2.5, not 33.5. We're still on the 13th of
I'm too
April.
far.
Yes. 33.2.5. Yes.
My apology, Commissioners. 33.2.5. Tau is seen forwarding these photos from the internet of two QTech employees to Molefe with the message, "These must be them."
Okay. And then if we go to the 14th of April at 33.3.
All right, maybe before we do that, if you go back to 33.2.1, witness A, in the second last line, which starts, Molefe appears to have believed, you see that?
Yes, I'm on that, Commissioner.
Okay. So that first sentence that reads, Molefe appears to have believed that this person is a whistleblower in respect of the alleged fraud and corruption related to a Transnet contract. When you say this, where does this appear from? Remember we're discussing the WhatsApp message, and then you say Molefe appears to have believed that the person was a whistleblower. Where does this appear from? In the WhatsApp message or other material?
I think this talks to the information that we had as we moved on with the investigation. The appear means that he was of the belief that the person that he was sending to Tau was a whistleblower.
Yes.
Because now we had knowledge as we moved with investigation that actually this person was not a whistleblower.
Yes. And then the second part of that paragraph, you say the contractor alleged to be committing the fraud is a company, and you give the name of the company there, you say SK Group. This is the first time it is mentioned, and I'm not sure whether you discuss further in your statement. You're going to talk more about this group, but it's not in the WhatsApp message unless I've missed it. So I'm trying to understand where this comes from, this information.
You are correct, Commissioner. It is not. This is now from our investigation, and I do agree that we actually needed to have given a little background of this SA group.
Yes.
But as it has been declared before, that more of the information will be a touch and go, because it talks to the investigation that is ongoing on this case and made on the other parallel investigation on this case. Maybe for purposes of this exercise of this commission, I will just mention to the commission that this SK group was a middleman, if I may just use that name, that was buying from QTech on behalf of Transnet. And then it was learned that this SK group was inflating prices way higher than what it was receiving the product from QTech for, which then would mean this perceived whistleblower would report the SA group to Transnet and other bodies to say there is irregularities happening here. Just to give a brief description of what happened, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. This evidence will be led by witness B.
All right. And then maybe lastly from me, and this is more for you, Ms. Sigals, not necessarily to be done now, that where you've referred to the annexures, can we just make sure that the page numbers are also referred to so that they reflect on the record? Because I think we referred to these WhatsApp exchanges without page numbering them.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are now at 33.3, witness A. Can you just read that paragraph for us regarding the 14th of April?
33.3.
Yes.
On 33.3, on the 14th of April at 3:27, Tao sends a message to Molefe, which reads, "We are here." And then at the same time, Tao's phone, GPRS, connects to a tower 2 kilometers from QTech's offices in Vereeniging.
And that is...
At 15:29.
And that is on page 48 and 49 of the annexure bundle. And then if you can go to 33.4.
At 33.4, Tao receives a forwarded ownership check, which is a forwarded message on his phone from Molefe, which is an ownership check of the vehicle registration numbers.
And for that, it's page 50, 51, page 50 and 51 of the annexure bundle. So if I can understand what you're saying is that Mr. Tau is receiving from Mr. Molefe forwarded ownership checks for 3 registration numbers. Were you able to confirm what those vehicle registration numbers relate to? Are they in any way related to anyone at QTech?
No, they were not connected to anyone at QTech.
Okay. Continue at 33.5.
33.5, that is now on the 16th of April, which will be the day before the murder. And then, can I just jump to 33.51?
Yes, you may, and it with the reference to page 52 of the annexure bundle.
Yes, Tau makes a call to Molefe, and he also received a call from Molefe at 16:34, while Tau's vehicle is spotted on CCTV footage at QTEC offices at 16:39.
If I can just understand what you're saying is that at the time that Mr. Tau makes a call to Mr. Molefe at 16:31 and receives a call from Mr. Molefe at 16:34, his vehicle is, his cell phone is spotted to be 2 kilometers within the towers that's close to QTEC, within 2 kilometers of a tower that's close to QTEC.
Yes, but for the purposes of this paragraph, it is actually his physical motor vehicle on the CCTV footage that was retrieved from QTEC.
So it's the footage at 16:39 on the 16th of April.
That is correct, Commissioners.
Continue. And we are now on page 11 at 33.5.2.
At 33.5.2 at 21:22, Tao's vehicle arrives at Molefe's house at around 21:36.
And that is on page 53 of the annexures. And you say that the Viano arrives at Mr. Molefe's house at 21:22 on the evening before the murder.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it left there at 21:36.
Okay. And then if we can go to 33.6 and on the 17th, this is now the day of the murder, and it's the reference for the annexures is 54, page 54.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Commissioners, can I carry on?
Yes, you may.
So, on 33.6, on the 17th of April at 8, the white Hyundai that belongs to that was found at the Musa's house during arrest.
You may read it, witness A.
The whole paragraph.
Yes.
It says on 17 April 2024 at 8:04, the white I-20 arrives at Kekana's house in Q at 8:12. Cell phone activity resumes at 8:17. And then at around that time, Tau sends a message to Molefe saying, "Morning Aputi, Risharp," which was then translated to say, "Morning, brother, we are okay." This inference I draw the inference that from the timing of the message and the fact that there was no message that preceded it, it was him telling him that they went good in Vereeniging and they are not arrested and they are back. So it was just giving them, he was just giving Molefe information that wherever they are okay, for him not to worry.
And if we can just place the timing in context, the murder of Mr. Armand Swart occurred at just after 7 in Vereniging. And this is now at 8:17, an hour and some minutes later, but they are back in Johannesburg. This is happening in Johannesburg, this conversation, or the WhatsApp is being sent when Mr. Tau is in Johannesburg.
That is correct. Also, what we understood about this was that when they arrived at Musa's house in the morning, they switched their personal phones off and they left, which could then mean that their phones were left at Q. And then they went to Vereniging and committed the crime and then came back, and that was only when their phone came back on again. And then maybe they were doing this so that they cannot be connected to a crime scene by their personal phones, which is why they were using the 2 burner phones that I spoke about earlier on. Because with them, there is information that we have that puts both of the phones in the vicinity of Vereniging during the commission of crime. And there's also information that tells us they were communicating between themselves, these 2 burner phones.
And what about the Viano? You've spoken about the I-20, and we know from your earlier evidence that the Viano was at